song from the Shank awakens God. When God wakes up, the village too comes to life. God, the Creator and Preserver, materializes from the celestial world into the physical world. The soul of Indian culture lies in the harmony of humanity and spirituality. In this concept, each village temple becomes an abode of goodness and prosperity.
In Indian mythology, the earth emerged from the cosmos with a big sound, the sound of Om. Om, the genesis of the universe, was the first realization of God, and man worshipped it. This omnipresent and omnipotent sound became the concept of divine presence everywhere. So man realized the Nada Brahma and began to worship through resonance and sound. From this stability of worship, man arrived at the place of worship, the temple, the holy rituals, the invocational songs, playing of instruments, praying, and the chanting of mantras.
The Sopana is a form of classical music in Kerala. Its origin and evolution are not yet clearly known. Scholars believe that the Sopana derives its name from the position from which it is recited.
Tantric science insists that the serene nadam is capable of evoking a concentration in the devotees and the pujaris. The rhythm of the temple instruments is designed towards this objective. To the temple artists of Kerala, the way to self-realization is through the Bhakti Marga, a complete surrender of the will of man to God. Thus the whole generation of temple artists dedicate their lives at the feet of Sachidananda in quest of self-realization. When we think of Sopanam, the foremost name that comes to the minds of Keralites is Nyaralattu Rama Poduval. For him, Sopanam is a way to see the God. Here another master, Alipparambu Shivaraman Poduval, takes Sopanam as a communion with the God.
group of temple servants and artists have traditionally recited the Sobhana with the Idakya as accompaniment before the deity standing in front of the Sobhana, which are the steps leading to the Sanctum Sanctorum. The rhythmic structure of the Sobhana corresponds to the gradual progress of its rhythmic beat. The Sobhana is recited from when the shrine is closed for puja to the time when it is opened for the main worship. This practice is traditionally known as Kottipadi Seva. The maram is a highly ritualistic instrument used as an accompaniment for pani. It is not merely the playing of an instrument, but is considered as powerful as the chanting of a mantra. The instruments accompanying the maram during pani are chengila and shankha.
Pani is considered to be highly ritualistic amongst all pujas. There are two kinds of panis, Cherya Pani and Velya Pani. The Cherya Pani, which is performed in Timila, is for Nitya Shivelis, and the Velya Pani played in maram is for Kalashams and Utsav Balis. The instrument maram has got a unique quality of making the ritualistic sound Tattvam. Now let us find out more about the importance of Pani from the eminent tantric scholar Peruvinam Tantri.
ദേവൻ പുറത്തേക്ക് എന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പാണി കൊട്ടണം.
The pani should be played if the deity is to come out. Therefore, the instrument maram, which is used for the pani, is very dear to the deity, that is, the Supreme One.
ദേവൻ പുറത്തേക്ക് എഴുന്നള്ളാൻ തുടങ്ങുന്നതിന്റെ പ്രാരംഭമായിട്ടുള്ള ചടങ്ങാണ് പാണി. പാണി ആണ് പലതിന്റെയും അടിസ്ഥാന ഘടകമാണെന്ന് പറയാറുണ്ട്.
Pani is said to have been the basic form of Panchavadyam. But it is not exactly a performance like Panchavadyam. Rather, it is an invocation to the deity.
നമ്മൾ മന്ത്രം ജപിക്കണ പോലെയുള്ള ഒരു ആരാധന സമ്പ്രദായമാണ്.
In northern Kerala, the accompaniment used for the pani is Timila, which is played by the hand softly and rhythmically.
ഒരിക്കലും ആഘോഷമല്ല, ചടങ്ങാണ്. ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ പൂജ ചെയ്യണ പോലെയുള്ള ഗൗരവമുള്ള ഒരു വിശേഷം, വാദ്യവിശേഷം. ശബ്ദം തത്വം തന്നെയാണ്.
The principle behind the pani is the making of a sound that conceives the spirit of Tattvam. Depending on the number of Tattvams played, pani can be 3 Tattvam, 4 Tattvam, 5 Tattvam, and so on. The pani is played in the ascending and descending mode. The former helps to invoke the spirit of the Almighty, while the latter helps in its release.
ദേവന്റെ ചൈതന്യത്തെയൊക്കെ സംഹരിച്ച് ഒരു കലശത്തിന്റെ ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് ആക്കിയിട്ട് ആ കലശം എഴുന്നള്ളിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ സംഹാരക്രമത്തിലുള്ള പാണി കൊട്ടണം. നേരെ മറിച്ച് സൃഷ്ടിക്രമത്തിൽ പൂജിച്ചിട്ട് ആ കലശം ആടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിന് സൃഷ്ടിക്രമത്തിലുള്ള പാണി കൊട്ടണം. ഇങ്ങനെ ഈ ഈ തത്വത്തിനെ അടിസ്ഥാനപ്പെടുത്തി സംഹാരക്രമത്തിലും സൃഷ്ടിക്രമത്തിലും പാണികൊട്ടാറുണ്ട്.
The Mara never fails to seek the Tantri's permission to perform the Pani. In fact, he trembles as he does so, for the slightest mistake on his part can lead to his own death. The resonance of his request is heard throughout the temple. The ritual is preceded by absolute silence.
Like offerings of all kinds, artists offer their art to the deity. Here Keli, a group performance, is offered to the deity. The Maddalam, the Chenda and the Ilattalam are the instruments which are used for Keli.
The festival season is when the deity emerges from the sanctum sanctorum to share in the joy of the devotees. A festival is therefore a unique experience for the villagers gathered at the temple. It is believed that the artists performing on this auspicious occasion are showered with the blessings of the deity. On festival days, the temple feeds its devotees.
ആചാര്യ തപസാംനായ ജപേന നിയമേന ച ഉത്സവായ അന്നദാനേന ക്ഷേത്രവൃദ്ധിസ്തു പഞ്ചഥ ഇങ്ങനെ 5 കാര്യം ആചാര്യന്റെ തപസ്സായിട്ടുള്ള ആചാര്യന്റെ പൂജാതി ക്രമങ്ങൾ.
Here in Guruvayur temple, the instruments are used in their most traditional and highly ritualistic way. Sri Dineshan Nambudiri, the son and heir apparent of the Tantri of Guruvayur, believes that the main reason for the eternal Chaitanya of Guruvayur is the strict traditional use of these instruments, which have the power to invigorate the temple as a whole.
തന്നെയാണ് ഇവിടുത്തെ ചൈതന്യവും വർധനവിനുള്ള പ്രധാന കാരണങ്ങൾ. ഇത്രയും തിരക്കുള്ള അമ്പലങ്ങളും ഗുരുവായൂർ കേരളത്തിൽ വേറെ ഒന്നും ഇല്ല എന്ന് തന്നെ പറയണം. അത്രയ്ക്ക് ദിവസം ചെല്ലുന്തോറും ഇവിടുത്തെ തിരക്കും വർദ്ധിക്കേണ്ട ചൈതന്യം അതെ.
The village and the god is one. Each is for the other. The god assumes responsibility for the well-being of the villagers. The festive season marks the setting out of the god into the village to fulfill one among his many sacred duties. He is also the originator and keeper of the village's artistic pursuits. In him abides the oneness of all existence.
Guruvayur offers food to thousands every day. It follows all the festivals and the rituals as laid down by the Tantric. Any compromise in this concept is unacceptable to them. There are two schools run for the teaching of these temple instruments, one by Guruvayur and the other by the Travancore Devaswam Board. Let us go and find out how it trains the students in these instruments.
മദ്ദളം ചോലിലിട്ട് കൂട്ടിയിരുന്നു പറയുന്നു. അത്
Kalamandalam Appakutti Poduwal is a proud disciple of the famous Maddalam maestro, the late Venkajan Swami. Here, Appakutti Poduwal remembers his guru's daring venture when he brought the Maddalam from the shoulder position to the waist while playing.
പശ്യന്ത്യാം ശൈലപുത്ര്യാം നടനമതിമുദാ സർവതോ സമ്പ്രദായം ബ്രഹ്മാ താളഞ്ച വേണും കരയതി മഖവാൻ മദ്ദളം ചക്രവാണി ധിത്താം ധിത്താം ധിമേതാം ധിമിത ധിമിതതാം തദ്ധിമി തദ്ധിമീതി. മനസ്സിലായോ? അപ്പൊ ഈ ധിത്താം ധിത്താന്ന് കൊട്ടിയാൽ പോരാ മദ്ദളത്തില്, അതിനവിടെ ആളുണ്ടായി. അതാണ് എൻ്റെ ഗുരുനാഥൻ വെങ്കിച്ച സ്വാമി. അദ്ദേഹമാണ് ഇന്ന് കേൾക്കുന്ന പഞ്ചവാദ്യത്തിൻ്റെയും എല്ലാറ്റിൻ്റെയും ബ്രഹ്മാവ്.
Here, however, is another school. The pupils are trained in the traditional Gurukul style of Guru-Shishya relationship. Here, typically, all the students stay in a house and learn instruments along with their school lessons.
Students are not permitted to practice on the chenda straight away. Instead, they learn their initial lessons on wooden or stone blocks. Sri Mattannur Shankarankutti, Master of Thayambaga, runs a Gurukula at Vellineri.
Tremendous amount of dedication and dexterity goes into the making of these temple instruments. The artisans making these instruments craft them with a sense of worship and beckon none to follow their footsteps.
Kunyikuttan is a master craftsman in the making of chenda. His son Balakrishnan is also an adept in the field. Kurel is a traditional temple instrument belonging to the category of wind instruments. The word kurel means a tube. The kurum kurel is a double-reeded pipe having 12 to 18 inches length. It consists of a conical wooden pipe with a bell-shaped attachment made of metal at the bottom. The Idakya is regarded as God's most favorite musical instrument. In it unite the intrinsic spirit of the Vedas and the art of music. It is also an hourglass-shaped drum, but not as long as a thimila. The shell is hollowed out of a single block of jackwood or red sandalwood. The Idakya is suspended from the left shoulder by means of a cotton cord. The Idakya should not be placed on the floor, but should be suspended near the sopanam. This is in keeping with its sacred nature. The 4 sticks or jivakol on the drum are supposed to represent the 4 Vedas, and the 64 balls attached to the instrument represent the 64 arts.
Traditionally, these instruments had been confined to the rituals inside the temple. These sacred instruments, however, slowly moved from inside the temples to be used for festivals, celebrations, and special offerings.
The Panchavadyam is a very popular traditional group performance of Kerala. The very name Panchavadyam indicates the number of instruments used. Pancha means 5. The 5 instruments here are the Timila, the Shuddha Maddalam, the Idakya, the Komba, and the Ilathalam. As a prelude, the Shankar is blown thrice. Though it is a group performance, under the present system, it also gives scope for individual improvisation, especially for the Timila Maddalam and the Idakya performance. The present Panchavadyam is a developed form of earlier Anushtana Panchavadyam. A performance may last from 1 to 4 hours, depending upon the availability of time. Panchavadyam is becoming more popular on account of the tonal effect produced by it. Over the years, The performance with these temple instruments has become team-oriented.
ഈ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ പഞ്ചവാദ്യവും പഴയ പഞ്ചവാദ്യമായിട്ടുള്ള വ്യത്യാസം ഒന്ന് വിവരിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞത്.
പഴയ കാലത്തെ പഞ്ചവാദ്യം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ
The old form of Panjavadyam was quite different from what it is today. It was highly ritualistic then, with instruments being added or dropped from the ensemble, depending on the time and type of ritual for which it was performed. It was Sri Venkajan Swami as Annamanada Parameshwaran Marar who reformed the traditional Panjavadyam. The views of many experts in this field have also contributed to its renovation and refinement. In the new type of Panjavadyam, the Idakya enjoys a place of predominance, relegating the orchestra to less prominence. It was a performance where the playing of Timila was in the same monotonous rhythm. The Madalam was played with the same beat, while the Edakya remained practically silent.
Chenda is considered to be the king of all the instruments. Tayambaga, a kind of Chenda performance done to show one's individual talent, is a very popular enjoyment during the festival. Sri Tirthalu Kunyakrishna Poduwal is a great master of traditional Tayambaga. He stands apart for his own special style and speed. Kalle Kulangara Achuthankutti is a well-known figure in Padikalam, which is the initial stage of Tayambaga. Sri Kallur Ramankutti is another expert in Tayambaga. His Kalashan Kottu brought him mass appreciation. The latest form of Tayambaga is the performance by two persons. It is called the dual Tayambaga. Here Mattanur Shankarankutti and Aliparambu Shivarama Poduwal deliver the best in dual Tayambaga.
The present generation of Chenda experts take exception to the common belief that the Chenda is an asura or demon instrument. At this discussion, they share the view that it is not an asura instrument, that it is only higher pitched than the other instruments. In their hands, what others call an asura vadya or ungodly instrument has indeed become a deva vadya or an instrument of the gods.
When a group of artists play the chenda in a particular speed and talam, it is known as the chenda melam. No other group performance has this powerful an effect on the audience. Ilanjittara Melam, the greatest crowd puller in the Thrissur Puram festival, is the original orchestra in Asia.
Irumanam Kuttanmarai is a rising star in the Chendamelam firmament. He also represents a new generation of Chenda artists. Just as the older generation enjoyed Chendamelam as it was played then, it is his hope that today's generation too enjoys it in its present form. Changes in taste and style of playing are only a reflection of overall changes in sensibility, he believes. The old maestro Appukutti Poduval laments the fact that it is audiences in faraway cities like Bombay with no genuine cultural roots who today seem to be setting the aesthetic norm.
There are some occasions when human sound reaches beyond the sound of temple instruments. these temple instruments slide away from their original spirit of bhakti and seek popularity. Kuyal is one such instrument. The Laya Vinyasa performed on the wind instrument kombu is known as the kombu pattu. Sri Machata Ramakrishnan Nair, an expert in kombu, is a familiar name for Keralites. Let us go and see how the temple artists find pleasure and harmony in the celebration of the common folk, the Puram.
In Peruvanampuram, the Melam begins at sunset and goes on till sunrise. In the culmination of Puram, not only the artist, but all living and non-living things in the universe reach towards the totality of Nada Brahma and merge with the divinity, attaining Satchidananda or eternal bliss.
जलधि मयि दारुणो मदन कदनारुणो हरदु तदु पाहिरा विकारं प्रिये इदि चडूल चाडू पडू चारू